Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today we are getting into another thriller vlog. You know, I love a good new release thriller vlog. In this video, I'm going to be reading 3 or 4 new release thrillers that have come out in the past few months in 2024. I don't have any specific TBR for this video. I've really been enjoying mood reading just within like a certain category. So you never know what you're going to get, or I guess you do because you saw it in the thumbnail, but I don't know what I'm gonna get. I do know that I've started with my first book, which is If You See Me by Audra McEllier, I believe is how you say that author's last name. Did not know anything about this book. I just randomly found it on Libby when I was looking for new release thrillers, and I wanted a good little audiobook. I wanted to read from a new author and go in with like no preconceived notions. So I read through a bunch of synopses, and this is the one that I landed on. If You See Me is about a girl who is kidnapped from a music festival. So obviously Coachella, or as I refer to it, Lanachella, just happened, and I thought I would like the vibes of a festival. I also tend to like a kidnapping thriller. The stakes just feel really high. So this girl was kidnapped from a festival, and we are trying to figure out what is happening to her. We get a few perspectives. We get her perspective in the past, we get her best friend's perspective in the past and the present, and we get the perspective of the taker, is what this person is called. We don't know who the taker is. We know almost nothing about them, but following that perspective, especially in the like snatching scene, is really tense and really interesting. So far I am kind of feeling lukewarm about it. I'm about 1/3 of the way through. It's a really short audiobook. It's only like 6.5 hours. I'm 1/3 of the way through right now, and I do notice that while the plot is like fine, it's really hard for me to tell the characters apart from each other and tell the timelines apart from each other. Everything kind of feels one note, one-dimensional a little bit, and there hasn't been any character development that's really stood out to me. If y'all know about my reading taste, you know I am a very, very character-driven reader, so that's not something that I necessarily love, this like lack of character development, but it's not really taking away from the story too much, other than like I get a little bit confused on names and I'll have to like look at the chapter and make sure I know if I'm in the past or the present. We're just kind of going back and forth in all the intricacies of the kidnapped girls' relationships to try to see who could have done this, if it was possibly premeditated by someone she knew, because obviously the chances of this random kidnapping are so low. I don't know really where we're going. I hope the character development improves a little bit, but it's a short little thriller, so I just want, honestly, I don't need big character development and meaning out of this. I just want like fun little twists, fun little atmosphere, fast-paced kidnapping vibes. I'm going to continue reading and I will let you know what I'm thinking. But before we get into today's vlog, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, which is Dossier. If y'all don't know Dossier, they make some of my favorite perfumes. They have iconic scents that you already know and love with the same designer quality and no markups. When I tell you these are affordable, I mean it. They're ethical, they're sustainable, they're all the things, and they're a good deal. For example, this is their woody raspberry scent that I love so much, and it smells exactly like Paco Rabanne Lady Million. This is one that I smelled in Sephora and I could not believe the price point. The one on Dossier, $29, and they're always running sales, so it's probably less. They also have Floral Jasmine, which smells exactly like Tom Ford's Jasmine Rouge. If you've been keeping up with my Instagram stories and what I've been sharing on sprints, I've been loving jasmine fragrance, and this is my favorite one that I've ever smelled. So similar to like pure jasmine oil. I love it so much. And Dossier scents last so long on my skin, on my clothes. videos. I get so many compliments every single time I wear them. They are my favorite perfumes. So if you want to check out Dossier, you can go to the link down below and shop either their luxury perfumes that smell exactly like the ones you already know and love in Sephora, or their luxury original line, which is Dossier only scents. If you're looking for a really unique scent, that might be for you. Thank you so much again to Dossier for sponsoring this video. And now let's go ahead and get into the vlog. Hello vlog, I'm on my lunch break from work and I made it to the 50% mark of If You See Me. Where's the twist at? Like, I feel like everything's just kind of going like people are investigating like her best friend. Honestly, her best friend kind of fucked her over. Like, the girl who's missing, her best friend immediately started dating her man. Like, the fuck? That is rough. People are just finding out different pieces of information about other people. It's like, I love a little investigative moment, but also like, can we get some more scandalous drama? Can we get some twists? Can we get some reveals? Can we get something shocking? Like, things are gonna need to pick up. Things are gonna need to pick up. I'm gonna make my salmon. I have all my ingredients out. I'm about to make this salmon, girl. So we're gonna get after that. And I'm gonna be listening, and I'm gonna need something to happen, or I might have to DNF. All right, I am about 70% of the way through now. I ate my little lunch and now I'm just listening while I do my little like Lego flower set. If you don't know, I have up here, like these are little Lego flowers and they came out with like the second set. These are like the bouquet, and then the one that I have now is like the wildflower one. So I'm gonna do that while I read the rest of this book, but I am not hopeful that it's gonna get a lot better in the last third, because honestly the twist started hitting and they're just giving very, what I would call like a 2016 twist. You know, like if I would have read this book in 2016, I probably would have been shook, but I'm not surprised anymore. I need a little bit more creativity, a little bit more uniqueness, just a little bit more charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, really. And it's not giving that. Right now, I'm like pretty sure at the most I'm gonna give it 3 stars. It's just kind of giving average. It is quick and it's entertaining, but I don't know. I'll let you know how it ends. Hello, vloggity vlog. I have finished If You See Me, and I'm gonna go ahead and give this 2.5 out of 5 stars. The pacing was super weird at the end. Honestly, it felt like the book ended around the 85% mark, and then we got like 10 more epilogue chapters. Like, they all read as epilogues. There were weird like time jumps, and it just felt like it was so it could fit in a bunch of twists. And like, to be fair, some of the twists were shocking. Like, some of them were good, but the pacing was just so weird. Like, I kind of couldn't see past it. I don't know, y'all. I literally don't know. It was just like right down the middle. There were so many things that were so weird, but it wasn't necessarily a bad book. Like, it was fine. If you're looking for like a quick and dirty, easy to read thriller with lots of twists, not the best characters, not the best pacing, but like just something to do, If You See Me. The musical festival vibes, not really there. It was just like the festival was, it wasn't really described. So I didn't really get what I was looking for with that, but average. It's just literally giving average thriller. The next book that I'm gonna read for this vlog is Darling Girls by Sally Hepworth. This is about 3 girls who are in foster care with a woman who is supposedly like an amazing pillar of the community, but has some suspicious things as a body is now found on her property, and the 3 girls are suspected to be involved. So I'm gonna get into this one and let you know what I think. But first, I gotta go to work, so I will see you later tonight. Vlog. It is early in the morning. It is literally 6:45 and I'm going to yoga. This is my third day in a row going to yoga every single morning early, starting my day. I'm so proud of myself. So here I go. I started Darling Girls last night and I'm too delirious to give you an update right now, but I am bringing my book with me for after class and before my work starts, so I will probably read more and update you after. Hello vlog. I am done with yoga, done with my first half of work, done with lunch, and I've already got 100 pages into my book. Today is a beautiful, perfect, productive day, and I'm very proud of myself. Have I washed my hair? Like, no, that's the one thing I haven't done, so don't look at that. But I am loving Darling Girls so much. So we're following the three sisters. They call themselves sisters. Obviously they're not like biologically related, but they build this sister relationship growing up in the same foster home. We're following them in present day as they hear about the bones that were found on their former foster home and how they're all differently reacting to that. And we're also getting flashback chapters to each girl's different situation that led her to be in this foster home with the rest of the girls. And the foster mother is extremely abusive, but in a very covert way where she'll act like sweet and nice and accommodating most of the time, and then all of a sudden she will snap and move into this space of I literally think it's like psychological torture. Like, this is not your typical abusive situation. This is a household that's going to get by from any of the social workers picking up on anything and really torment these girls. So you can see kind of how it starts to affect all of them. I have no idea whose bones are on the property at this point. It could literally be anyone. This woman sounds so unhinged, or I wouldn't be surprised if it was the foster mother herself and the girls just retaliated and offed her one day. Either way, I'm loving the psychological nature of this thriller. I think Sally Hepworth does a psychological book really well. I loved The Good Sister and The Soulmate. Both of those had mental health themes in there, and I think her representation, while it's not always completely on target like clinically, I think it makes for a really interesting read, and it definitely is not harmful because Sally Hepworth always writes with such empathy for the victims and for the survivors of not only abuse but like affliction with any kind of mental symptoms. It just feels like she has a deep understanding of her characters and they're developed really well, which as a character-driven reader, y'all know I appreciate, and it's super refreshing after my last read. So only 100 pages in, I am absolutely obsessed so far. I'm gonna try to read to the halfway point before I go back to work because I just can't put it down. All right, I'm halfway through Darling Girls. Gosh, this just reads so fast. It's kind of like a car crash that you can't look away from. It is so so intriguing to see the like psychological development of these poor girls. And now there's other people involved, which it's kind of spoilery. It was really shocking for me to read, so I won't spoil that, but still loving it just as much. I mean, obviously it's disturbing, so go in, you know, knowing triggers and things like that, but it's a really well written psychological thriller. So I have to go to work, but I will probably get into the second half of this afterwards. I'll let you know what I'm thinking. Hello vlog, it's after work. I got some nice packages, exciting book mail, so I wanted to show you. This is an ARC. It's called Youth Juice by E.K. Safu, and I was so excited when I saw this come into my inbox. Thank you so much to the publisher for the ARC. I can't wait to review this for you. Feminist, weird horror. Let me read you a little description. So you can pause to read this whole thing, but basically a 29-year-old copywriter realizes that beauty is possible at a terrible cost in a surreal, satirical send-up of NYC it girl culture. For fans of American Psycho and Devil Wears Prada, hello? Is this American Psycho for the girls? I cannot wait. Also, I got my Aardvark box, so let's see what they sent over. Thank you so much to Aardvark. If you don't know, I have a code with Aardvark. I believe it's my Instagram handle, Hailey Ann. You can get your first Aardvark book for only $4, free shipping. These are just some of the options they have available. Clinic by Kate Quinn, I literally read it last month. I have this one, so I will probably do a giveaway with this one, maybe in a future video. I'll have to set that aside. Ooh, House of Last Resort by Christopher Golden. I've not heard of this, but I bet it's a thriller. And the last one we have here is Where You End by Abbott Collar. This looks so good. The like creepy masks, obsessed. And as always, Aardvark has a ton of cool picks. They have Diavala, they have expiration dates, like so many good ones recently. These are the April picks. So yeah, if you want a little Aardvark book, hardcover, new release, amazing book for $4, use my code SHOPAardvark, and thank you so much to Aardvark for the fun book mail. Now I'm going to settle back down with my Sally Hepworth book and get back into it. Hello vlog, it is the next morning. I've already gone to yoga, made myself a little lunch, and seen 3 clients. So another productive day. I'm like really trying to keep on the schedule, and I'm kind of like really proud of myself for sticking to it. Unfortunately though, that means I get tired really easily at the end of the day. I feel like I'm finally on a normal person's sleep schedule where I wake up around like 6:30 in the morning and I feel tired before midnight. Like last night I fell asleep at 10:30 on the couch and I was like, Cameron, this is so weird. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I tired? And he's like, maybe it's because you're actually getting like normal sleep wake cycles and like moving your body. So yay for health, but also I'm not able to stay up super late reading like I usually have in the past. So I only read about 50 more pages. I think I'm exactly 200 pages into Darling Girls. I'm still really liking it. All 3 of the girls' storylines are kind of like branching out. Everyone has like their own development, their own arc, their own goal, but then there's also the collective goal of finding out who these bones are. And there's this perspective, which I originally thought that I knew who this perspective was, because it's just like anonymized therapy sessions. But now I'm questioning if I really know who is saying these things in the therapy sessions. So there's some mystery around there. There's just a lot going on, but it's not too much to keep track of. It just flows really well. So I will probably pick up the book when I'm done with work today. And I gotta go do some sessions. So I will see you later. Okay. So I just finished this book. This is how you write a fucking psychological thriller. Like, this is how you do it. Someone tell Frida, this is how you write a fucking thriller. The twists. It had the thing that I like, where the twists kind of like a hint gets dropped so you know exactly what's coming, and it gives you a chance to kind of process and let the whole thing like hit you and sit with you until it like boom gets you. And it had like 3 or 4 twists like that back to back to back, but it wasn't fast. It wasn't the whiplash twist that I hate, that give me a headache, that I can't even sit with the impact of because it goes too fast. And then it had the thing where like everything ends with a nice little bow except for the last chapter, and that last chapter was chilling. It had the darkness that I wanted. It had the psychological stuff that I wanted. It had literally everything that I like in a thriller. Complex family relationships, generational trauma, mental health rep, psychological darkness, and really phenomenal twists. I'm gonna give this 5 stars, and this is not the first Sally Hepworth book that I've given 5 stars. It seems that I just really like her, and I do love her writing style. I am so glad to be getting into her more. Part of me wants to just find another one of her books like on audio from the library or something right now, but this is a new release thriller vlog, so I'm gonna pick my next read and come back to you. But y'all, was so good. Highly recommend. All right, so looking at what I have out right now from Libby, I think I'm gonna start The Weekend Retreat by Tara Laskowski. I have really enjoyed books from this author before. They're just like quick, scandalous, drama-filled, rich people thrillers, and this one especially sounds like that, and it also sounds like kind of like springtime vibes, so I'm very excited to get into it. We are basically following these 3 siblings in this rich family and all of their spouses. They're going to their annual getaway at the family winery to celebrate all of their birthdays, and they get trapped there, secluded in a rainstorm. It's a super gloomy day if you can't tell, and I think we're gonna get some rain tonight, so I think the vibes will be just right and still springish enough with the like winery and all of that. And I'm in for some rich people drama and hopefully a little murder mystery thrown in there. I really liked The Mother Next Door by this author. It was just a really quick read and really interesting drama, but like kind of mindless. And after Darling Girls, like I definitely don't want anything on that same vibe because I just don't think it's gonna measure up. So I don't want anything dark, anything serious. I'm gonna get started on The Weekend Retreat while I do some stuff around the house. I want to reorganize my closet, and I also got a new table, so I have to build this table, which I hate assembling furniture, but Cameron is gone for the weekend, so it's literally up to me. So that's why I wanted an audiobook so I can be entertained and get myself through doing these little tasks. Once I have thoughts, I will let you know. Hello vloggy. It has been a minute. I not only built this new glass table back here, I also cleaned so much of the house. I don't know, I just was like noticing dust and stuff on the floor as I was building the table, so I was cleaning down. I'm so proud of myself. I got so much done. And I'm also 25% of the way through The Weekend Retreat, and this is just straight, pure, mindless, rich people drama. It's my favorite thing to listen to when I'm doing housework or just like busy tasks because it's mindless, but it's so entertaining and so fun. I love like social media adjacent stuff, and there is one of the siblings who like runs a wellness brand, and she's getting canceled all across the internet. There's also like a whole gossip forum dedicated to the 3 siblings, which I think is so fucking funny. The commentary on the plebs who gossip about the people at the top is just hilarious. All the rich people drama is honestly hilarious because the rich people are despicable, but also like the people talking online are despicable and obviously have no lives. It's like everyone is just kind of trash. I am really only identifying with this one perspective that we're getting called the party guest. Okay, this is going to be a person that's going to show up to this party, which is in a couple days, where allegedly 2 people are going to end up dead according to the little like news report section that we got. But the party guest is out to take these people down. I'm pretty sure they're the murderer. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who this perspective is from, because who is this elusive party guest? I do not know. I am going to keep listening to The Weekend Retreat while I cook myself some dinner. I'm going to make some vodka pasta. Let's go. Vlog. As you can see, I have like arts and crafts stuff out. I got these like little bird houses. There's like a little place for a birdie at Target earlier in spring, and so I made this one and I'm about to start in on this one. Can you tell I'm avoiding organizing my closet? Yeah, I don't really want to do that right now. So I found another activity to do while I listen to my book, and this book's actually really good. I don't know, I heard some like not great things about it, but I think it's really fun. One of the family members planned like a bunch of riddles and games for the rest of the family to do on the birthday party day, and I feel like it's exposing secrets. There's also someone running around behind everyone's back planting little like gifts and riddles for them to find. So I feel like there's someone on the inside of the family stirring shit up, and then there's also like the party guest, like the interloper. There's just drama and it's just fun, and I just don't want to think. I just want to listen to this book, drink my wine, and make my little birdhouses. And I'm just a girl, and that's what I'm doing. Hello vloggy, I have finished up my little arts and crafts night. Unfortunately, I fear it's time to organize the closet. I can't ignore it anymore. So I have to do that as I finish up this book, but I did want to give you an update before I did. I am at the 80% mark. This book is going really fast. Like I said before, it's just so mindless and easy to listen to, but at the same time, I'm interested. It's not the kind of mindless where I just don't give a fuck about the characters or what's happening. Like, I'm interested and I'm keeping up with the twists, and there are quite a few of them. One of them caught me completely off guard, and then the party guest reveal caught me really off guard, and I'm like, wait, is this kind of good? Like, is this kind of really a decent thriller? After I didn't hear that great of things about it, I was like shook about it a little bit, but I'm really liking it. We've gotten 2 massive reveals at the 80% mark. I'm like, what else is coming? What is this last 20%? I have no clue, but I'm in for the ride. Hopefully it's good and it keeps me entertained as I do this dreaded closet. Stay tuned. Hello guys, it is much later and I've finished the weekend retreat. Oh my gosh, I really did not see any of that coming. I'm kind of shocked. Like, I don't think this is going to be the most memorable thriller of all time. I honestly think it's going to be probably a little bit forgettable. it didn't have much to say in terms of commentary, and it was lacking diversity in quite a big way. But other than those complaints that don't like quite line up with the type of thrillers that are gonna be my favorites of all time, this was a pretty solid, entertaining thriller. It kept me interested as I was doing stuff around the house. It definitely wasn't as like throwaway as the first book that I read for this vlog, so I landed on a 3.5 out of 5 stars for the weekend retreat. Just based on the plot alone, I feel like I would want to give it 4 stars, but because of the things that I mentioned, I'm gonna lower it to 3.5. And I also am thrillered out. Like, I just read those 3 back to back to back so fast. I feel like I need a pause and I need to go pick up a romance. So I'm actually gonna end this vlog here. I had one more book that I wanted to read, but I'll just save it for next month, or maybe I will pick it up a little bit later and just put it on Patreon. If you ever want to join my book club over on Patreon, you can check out the link down below. It's always there. I would love to have you over there to hang out, chat, read books together, do all the things. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're gonna pick up any of these books, if you got a good recommendation, please let me know. Highly recommend that you pick up Darling Girls, and the weekend retreat was fun as well. You could also read If You See Me if it sounded like a good description for your taste. It just wasn't really for me, but I hope you enjoyed watching this vlog. Don't forget to go down below and check out Dossier if you want some affordable luxury quality perfumes. And don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, you gotta go to therapy and read a book this week. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!